Hey guys, Spirit Breaker here, current coach of Ozio Esports. Um, so for today, as you can see on the screen, I wanted to just quickly talk through playing through mid as a game plan. Um, so a couple of things to keep in mind as we go through this is, as you can see on the screen, the first thing is you need to understand the state of mid lane. You can do that pretty easily based off of the stats, CS levels, um, items, things like that, as well as summoner spells. The second thing is we're going to be talking about this as we go, and that's basically playing towards and around mid lane as well as needed. And then we're going to be talking about the how to pressure your lead that you gained through whatever previous play you might have made. And to do so, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at two pretty good mid laners, pretty great mid laners. We're going to be reviewing a game from semifinals, or I'm sorry, it was actually group stage of Worlds 2018. This is going to be Fnatic versus IG, and so this is going to be the Caps versus Rookie matchup. And basically, we're going to show how their teams play around mid to essentially push leads and further their game plan. So we've got kind of two links. I've broken them up to make it a little bit easier for us to get through. Can jump. We're basically going to skip a tiny bit that's kind of not important in the video. So kind of give you an idea of what's going on. You can see the draft. Invictus Gaming has Fiora, Lee Sin, Ryze, Kai'Sa, Alistar. Whereas Fnatic has Urgot, Xin Xiao, Aatrox, Tristana, and Braum. Now, one thing to point out is Invictus Gaming has a much stronger late game as this game goes on. It's going to be much harder for Fnatic to contest and really fight IG. And so it's very important that they manage to basically do things during the early to mid game to create advantages and leads, whereas Invictus Gaming might be looking to do essentially the opposite, where they're going to look to just farm, not go for anything too risky as far as plays go. So we're going to be starting it here about 10 minutes into the game. So you can see Rookie has built up a CS lead over Caps. And it's definitely not anything to sneeze at. It's 24 CS at this point, as you can see on the screen. And we can see that Rookie has already chunked Caps out a little bit. But we can also see that both Rookie and Caps essentially have their summoners. So Rookie's TP is about to come up, and he has Flash, and Caps has Flash and Ignite. Now, taking all of this into account, there's one other thing to really look at, and that's basically what champions are being played, right, in the mid lane. So it's Aatrox versus Ryze. Ryze may be more of an immobile mage. He doesn't have any dashes, any escapes, really. But he can be very powerful, generate his own shield, and get a lot of movement speed if he can combo correctly as Ryze, which we are going to be watching Rookie play, so he will definitely be able to play this champion correctly. So it's a matter of Fnatic basically being able to play what Aatrox can do to be able to generate a lead if they want one. And so with Aatrox, he's got a very strong all-in, especially at this point in time on this patch that they're playing on. He's got a very strong all-in. He's got a lot of healing, and he's got an ultimate that basically keeps him from dying. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start this up.
If this game goes to 3-4 items.
And we can see we've got Xin Zhao from Roxa moves directly into the lane. Now, what ends up happening is they land all of their knockups onto Lee Sin.
Cap's ult for the health bar is low. He'll be reviving at about 120 out.
They kill him,
now, will the
and then we can see
well?
Vic's Gaming puts multiple people towards mid lane, so they put the support here. And they've put Lee Sin towards mid, and yet even with all of this, Rookie still dies. It ends up being okay, not amazing, as Shy manages to show up and pick up Xin Zhao, turn it into essentially a 2-for-2. So we're at the back end of this play. I want to take a second and review. So the first thing is we can see Caps and Rookie and their summoners now. So Rookie still has TP, whereas Caps has used both his Flash and Ignite, and Rookie has used his Flash as well. Now, in all this, Aatrox was lucky enough to pick up both kills, so he has picked up 2 kills, one onto Lee Sin and one onto Ryze on the back end of the fight. Whereas this was mechanically very well played by Fnatic in their combinations, in the 2v2 fight alone to pick up Lee Sin real early before he can really do much, as well as Caps on the back end, Flash igniting Rookie and landing his 3rd Q onto him. All of these things, obviously a big deal, and made the fight happen the way it did. But the important thing is that we're looking past those the mechanically great things that they were doing and seeing what we can actually take from what happened, right? So Rookie is now down Flash. And so I want to continue this video for about a minute, and we're going to take a look at essentially how Fnatic manages to play around this. Let's get forward a little bit. And you can see right away, Fnatic is already looking to punish Rookie for not having Flash anymore. Lacks the mobility generally compared to Caps on Aatrox, as Caps has multiple dashes, makes it easier to move around. And Fnatic is looking to punish Rookie for not having dashes, and now he doesn't have Flash. So they send him back to base, which we can see he's recalling here. And he burns his TP. So now he does not have Flash, he does not have TP. And we see now that the top lane, Urgot has, on the mini-map, he's rotated down from top lane as he had gotten priority over the Fiora, and he walked down, got this pixel ward to make it so the Aatrox is able to play more aggressively, safer, basically. We can see the wards through the river throughout, and all of this is just to the ends of allowing Aatrox to play safer, to be able to spot out enemy jungle movement along that river. All right, so jumping a little bit further forward into the game. We're not jumping forward much. We're jumping forward about 40 seconds. We can see Victus has put multiple people towards their mid lane now, looking to contest the vision laid out by Fnatic in the river. They collected vision, and they're looking to play around that. But we can see that, again, Fnatic has moved their top lane here now, has a small advantage because he's here as far as numbers go, and they end up forcing out the Shy's TP while threatening Rookie on that Ryze once again. Now, all the while, Tristana has been essentially solo bot lane, just shoving the wave and constantly getting priority. Now here's the last thing really. So I'm sure there's lots of you when you played solo queue, and the enemy jungler, whatever, sits mid, and you can all you're thinking is, I'm getting camped. Somebody please help me. You can take a second and think about what you just watched, where Rookie not only got camped by the jungler, but he also got camped by the Braum and the Urgot. Literally 3 people on Fnatic constantly pressuring mid lane. And all the while, because they're doing this, Invictus Gaming is trying to match that pressure, putting Alistar to match as well. But Tristana has pushing pressure against the Kai'Sa in bot lane and ends up getting turret for that. So Fnatic ends up really far ahead just off of this pressure that they've placed mid consistently. So that's the video I wanted to review today. It's kind of a culmination of constant efforts towards the mid lane, and going past that, what I want to do is essentially, I've written out a couple questions that you can take some time to think about. I'll be including them in the description below. So it's essentially in the first linked video, the first video we watched on this, what occurred that allowed Caps to get an advantage in the lane against Rookie. Secondly, what measures did the team take, and by team I mean Fnatic, did Fnatic take to assist Caps and build a lead mid? And third, why? Why did Fnatic play this way? Why was this their game plan? Why play towards mid as heavily as they did? Things to keep in mind as you're thinking about these questions. It was a different patch. Aatrox was a lot stronger of a champion at the time. And so these are just some thoughts and things for you to think about as you're going through and trying to improve yourself. So again, when you're looking to play through mid, it's important that you understand the state of mid lane based off of those stats. And then making sure that as you play towards your mid lane, you need to make sure whether or not you should be playing towards it or around it. By around it, I mean setting up that vision that allows the allowed Caps to play more aggressive onto Rookie. And then third, there's we could see that they made a play mid lane through the jungler, and then after that, we saw how they pressured that lead constantly. At almost no point over 5 minutes did Rookie get a break, just because he burned his flash. And because of the way they played it, Fnatic's able to basically take the win in this game. That's everything.